If you are taking the CBEST, the CSET, the PRAXIS, the CTEL, or any other teacher exam, then this is the video for you. Hey teacher friends, welcome to Sutton Teaches Secondary, or maybe soon to be teacher friends. Yes, welcome. My name is Miss Sutton, but you can call me MarQuitta, and I just got some amazing news. Yay! I took the CTEL 1, 2, and 3 recently, which is an exam in California to teach English language learners, and I passed all 3 of my exams. Yay! Now, this got me thinking because I've taught in North Carolina, I've taught in California, I've taught elementary, I'm also now teaching high school English, and so I've taken a good number of teacher certification exams because of my different teaching scenarios, and every time I take these exams, I pass on the first try, and it's not because I'm a particularly good test taker. I think it's because I'm really methodical in how I prepare for these exams. So I thought it'd be great for me to share some of my tips and tricks. I got a few things up my sleeve to really help you prepare for these exams. So the first thing I want to encourage you to do is to get your free resources. And what I mean by free resources, the first place you want to go is to the testing website. Whatever test you are taking, they have free resources on that website. The first being a clear explanation of the exam, right? Because you want to know all of the details, how long the exam is, all of the components. Will you have more than one open-ended or free response? What does the grading look like, or the scoring rather? What does all of that look like? You definitely want to make sure you've read over that and download all of that information so you are prepared and you can come up with a game plan, right, on how to attack this test. Also, they usually have a sample exam. And now here's the thing, the sample exam is not going to be this long, good practice version for you to have, but it does hit on the main points of the exam. And I like doing that first because before I buy or look at any other test prep materials, I want to make sure from the actual website that is giving this exam that I have testing supplies that are aligned with what the practice test looks like. So do the practice exam that they give you, the little short one that you can download, and use that kind of as a guide to help you gauge if the other testing materials that you're using are really aligned to what that practice exam looks like. Another great place to look is YouTube. Hello, you're already here. A lot of teachers have taken these exams already, and they've prepared study supplies and study videos and things like that to help you get ready for the exam. I know recently when I took the CTEL exam, I literally just put on YouTube CTEL 1, CTEL 2, CTEL 3, each of the exams, and there was a playlist of lectures, short clips from professors, little explanation videos, all kinds of things that aligned to what the test was about. There's different websites that you can make flashcards and things on, and if you Google whatever your test is, I'm sure someone has made a slideshow or flashcards version to study for this exam, and that they're willing to let you just use for free, that you can kind of that will pop up. So check out all of those free resources. Then the next thing that I love to do as I prepare for these exams is to talk about what I'm learning as I'm preparing. So oftentimes with these teacher exams, there's lots of theories that you are learning, or you're learning about laws that connect to your teaching practices, whatever the case. And it's important for you to really understand those things, and to do that, you've got to talk through them. So my mom, my husband, my friends will tell you when I'm studying for these exams, I start thinking through and telling people like, oh yeah, I learned about this theory and the theories of multiple intelligences, and that means a blah, 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 blah. Now, mind you, they don't really care. And that's okay. But what it does do, it helps to reinforce what I've learned, and it helps me to put those things in my own words, so that way when I'm asked questions about them, or maybe when I have a response and I need to write, those things will come to mind because I'm so used to talking about them. I also use those theories as I'm preparing lessons. So then I start thinking like, okay, how does this theory apply to the lesson that I'm about to prepare to teach? Or how can I apply this theory to what I've done in the classroom? I talk through those things with myself because I'm making practical application for whatever things I am learning, because ultimately that's what it's for, right? And so if I can apply those theories to my actual practice, guess what? I'm going to remember them because I'm actually using them. I'm thinking them through. It's not just some random piece of knowledge that I learned to take a test. I'm telling you, it works. Talk to someone about it. Girl, call your friend. Girl, okay, so let me tell you what I was studying. And it was crazy. I'm telling you, it's gonna work. Another thing that I love to do are I love to take practice tests. Now, I know you're like, duh, but let me tell you, I've got a system with my practice tests. First of all, I like to order just one practice test book, because who's got money to keep paying for all these practice test books? I'll tell you recently that when I took the CTEL, this is the exam book that really helped me out. I liked this one a lot. It's by, I don't know if you can see it, it's by Mometrics. I found it on Amazon. You know, I usually go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Those are my two places. And this one was nice because it was like $29, something like that. I liked this one because not only did it give you the test questions, right? But after the questions, it gives you the explanations for the answers. Whatever test book you get, you want one that's going to have the explanations for the answers. Why do I say that? Because it does you no good to know the right or wrong answer if you have no explanation. So the way that I do my practice tests, I set aside some time, right? Like I schedule me some time regularly to do my practice test. And then when I'm grading myself or when I'm scoring myself, I take time to read through the responses. So sometimes if I got it right, but I know that I guessed on it, I'll read through the response. If I got it wrong, I definitely read through the explanation for it. And then based on how I did, so if there was a concept I really didn't know and I've learned this concept by reading the explanation, I use that to guide my flashcards. So I don't just make flashcards for everything. I make flashcards for the concepts that I absolutely don't know and that I've learned from reading the explanations. That's really how you make a difference. And sometimes if there's a concept that's explained in the answer, but I still need more into it, that's when I look up things on the internet, or I might YouTube it or Google it, things like that, and go into more detail and kind of give myself a little tutoring or refresher on that concept. I'm telling you, it helps a ton. You definitely want to use that process. And then you want to keep testing yourself. So the goal is to test yourself 2 to 3 times. And when you test yourself again, to compare to the first time and then narrow down again, what concepts do you know? What concepts are you still struggling with? And that's how you can really focus your study. So that way you're not studying everything and just feeling overwhelmed. You're really focusing in on the things that you need the most support in. I'm telling you, it's gonna help. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, because I have tons of wonderful content that I know you don't want to miss. Also, tell me in the comments, do you want any videos specifically helping you with individual exams? Like, would you love to know more about how I prepared specifically for the CTEL or the PRAXIS or CBEST, CSET? Let me know in the comments. And as always, you are amazing. Bye. Oh, hey, you're still here? That's because you want to watch another video. Go ahead. You know you want to watch one. Click it. It's there. Or maybe it's there. I don't know. But click it. I'm telling you, it's going to help you.